Let's be real for a second. The whole conversation about the future of work, it's kind of filled with anxiety, right? You hear about AI, automation, shifting job markets, the whole shebang. It can feel, well, super overwhelming. But what if we could take all that worry and turn it into a solid, actionable plan? That's what we're going to do today. Let's dive in and actually map out what the next 5 years could and should look like for your career. So, is AI coming for your job? I mean, this is the big one, isn't it? It's on everyone's mind. Every time you see some crazy new AI tool pop up, there's that little voice in the back of your head wondering, uh-oh, could that thing do what I do? And the honest answer is, well, it's complicated. The world is absolutely changing. And yeah, some roles are definitely getting a major shakeup. And the numbers here, they really don't lie. Check this out. The World Economic Forum says that a staggering 44% of the core skills you rely on for your job right now are probably going to change by 2026. Seriously, let that sink in. That's almost half of what makes you good at what you do today, potentially becoming outdated in just a couple of years. That is wild. And if you thought that was a big number, it gets even more dramatic. McKinsey estimates that by 2030, up to 375 million workers globally might have to switch their entire career path. We're not just talking about learning a new tool or a new piece of software here. This is a fundamental, ground-up rethinking of what it even means to have a career. Okay, I know what you're thinking, but before you start panicking, just take a deep breath. Because here's the flip side. Those same reports also say this whole shakeup is going to create millions of brand new jobs. We're talking 69 million new jobs by 2030, and get this, AI alone is projected to create around 97 million new roles. So see, the problem isn't that there won't be any jobs, it's that there's going to be a mismatch of skills. The real question we need to answer is, what are those new skills? All right. So let's get into it. Let's start building that future-proof career. First up is Pillar 1, Tech and AI. And this is all about those hard skills, right? But it's more than that. It's about learning how to work with tech as a partner, not just in a tech field. And this just lays out the shift so perfectly, doesn't it? On one hand, you have the stuff that's getting automated away, the repetitive, manual tasks like basic data entry or routine coding. But on the other hand, look at what's in high demand. It's the skills you need to build, manage, and secure the very systems doing all that automation. We're talking about moving up to a higher, more strategic level of work. So let's get a bit more specific here. The demand for AI and machine learning skills, it's absolutely exploding. Job postings for it nearly doubled in just a single year. And Python? Well, that's basically become the go-to language for this new era. Then you've got the cloud. I mean, pretty much every company on the planet is on the cloud now. So knowing platforms like AWS or Google Cloud, that's not a nice to have anymore. It's a must-have. It's the basic infrastructure of modern business. And holding all of this together is cybersecurity, a field with so much demand that there are literally millions of high-paying jobs just sitting empty, waiting for someone with the right skills to show up. But here's the thing. Just being tech-savvy, it's not going to be enough. As AI and automation start handling more and more of the routine technical stuff, the skills that actually make us human, well, those become our superpower, which brings us to Pillar 2, the human edge. And I absolutely love this quote from the Indian Leadership Academy because it just nails it. It says, your career isn't going to stall because you lack technical skills. It's going to stall because you lack human skills. Think about it. You could be the best coder on the planet, but if you can't communicate, if you can't solve problems with a team, if you can't lead, you're going to hit a ceiling fast. These are the things AI can't do. And what's really cool is that these aren't just fluffy, nice ideas. They translate directly into real-world value. I mean, companies literally pay a 30% salary premium for people with strong critical thinking, people who can ask the right questions, not just parrot back answers. Communication, it's consistently the #1 thing employers look for in hiring and promotions. And emotional intelligence, teams led by someone with high EI are up to 35% more productive. That's huge. And finally, adaptability. In a world where everything's changing all the time, being able to roll with the punches isn't just a bonus, it's the core survival skill. Okay, so you've got the tech skills, check. And you've got the human skills, check. But there's one final piece of the puzzle, and it's all about applying those skills in the right way. This brings us to Pillar 3. Context is king. So, what is business acumen? Well, it means you're not just heads down writing code or analyzing data. You actually understand why you're doing it. You get the bigger picture, the customer, the product, the market. It's about thinking like a business owner, even if you're a developer. It's about connecting every single thing you do back to the company's ultimate goals. And speaking of context, there's a really powerful new one popping up across basically every industry you can think of: sustainability. We're talking about green skills. This is everything from understanding environmental regulations to designing supply chains that are actually good for the planet. This is creating a whole new world of jobs and responsibilities, and honestly, it's a massive area of growth for anyone who wants their work to have a real impact. Okay, so we've covered the what and the why. Now for the most important part, the how. Let's get super practical with a step-by-step roadmap you can use to start building these skills, like today. And it doesn't matter if you're a college student or a seasoned professional, there's a clear path for you. If you're a student, the game plan is build your foundation, get real hands-on experience, and then find a way to make yourself stand out. If you're already working, it's a bit different. You start by taking a hard look at your current role, then upskill strategically, maybe get a certification, and then you work on positioning yourself as an expert. This isn't just some vague advice, it's an actual timeline. And why should you bother with all this? Well, let's be real, the money is a huge motivator. The financial payoff is just undeniable. Look at this. At every single experience level, people with these future-ready skills can earn literally double what their peers make. Just look at that mid-senior level. You're talking about a jump from maybe 12 lakhs to 25 lakhs. That's not just a raise, that's life-changing. And hey, this isn't just some abstract data on a chart. Here's a real-world story. There was a guy, a developer, who was stuck at the same 12 LPA package for 5 years. He decided to invest just 6 months of his time learning some key skills, specifically AWS and AI integration. And the result? His new package was 28 LPA. He more than doubled his salary. That is what's possible when you decide to invest in yourself. So, what's the big takeaway from all of this? It's that the future of work isn't about finding some safe job that will never, ever change, because that job doesn't exist anymore. It's about building a collection of skills that makes you valuable no matter what happens. The question really isn't if you should upskill anymore. The only question left is, which skill are you going to build first?